in Ozamiz City. You're watching One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with information, news, sports, and public affairs. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. Serving you with love. Ang telebisyong pangmasa. One TV News Channel. One TV News Channel. One TV special report.
So we shall proceed with the election of the temporary presiding officer. The floor is now open for nominations. Yes, Honorable Mars Tapayan.
Honorable Presiding Officer, I respectfully move to nominate Honorable Sunny Maminal to our temporary Presiding Officer for this regular session today. On the motion.
Okay, thank you. Since there are no further nominations, may I hear the nomination to close the nominations? Okay, it has been moved and seconded to close the nomination. Is there any objection? There being none, so the nomination is hereby closed. Thank you. So I hereby assume as temporary presiding officer for this regular session. Majority floor leader, you may now proceed.
Yes, Honorable Chair, good morning. Good morning, everyone. We have no guests today availing our people's hour. We now proceed to item number 5. Approval of the agenda for the day. There is only one written request for insertion to our order of business, Honorable Chair. And may I present an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of various roads within the territorial jurisdiction of Ozamiz City for the opening parade of the first Iski Asinso Ozamiz Sports League 2026 from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on August 1, 2026. And I yield to Chairman of the Committee on Youth and Sports, as well as the Committee on
Approval pa.
I'm sorry, Honorable Sir. I move to approve the agenda of the day with only one session, Honorable Sir.
Okay, it has been moved by the majority floor leader to approve the agenda for today's session with one insertion. Any objections? There being none, so motion is approved. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Sir. Number 6, approval of the minutes of previous sessions. We are furnished copies of the minutes of our regular sessions on May 12, May 19, and May 21, 26. I guess everybody was able to peruse, examine the contents thereof, Honorable Sir. Thereby, I move on the motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes of our previous sessions on May 12, May 19, and May 21, and to approve said minutes in total, Honorable Sir.
Okay, moved by the majority floor leader for the approval of the minutes of the previous regular and special sessions dated May 12, 19, and 21, 2026. Any objections? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Sir. We proceed to item number 7, letter C, petitions or requests for first reading. Number 1, 2026, submitted to budget number 2, Barangay Pulot, in amount of 161,010 pesos, duly endorsed by our City Budget Officer for our approval. And I yield to Chairman of the Committee on Barangay Affairs, Honorable Gigi Canlas, to recommend action on this request, Honorable Sir.
Okay, Honorable Canlas is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Thank you, Majority Floor Leader. For petition request by team number 1, 2026 supplemental budget number 2 of Barangay Pulot in the amount of 461,010 pesos. I move that this item be approved on first reading with reservation.
Okay, there is a motion from Honorable Canlas for first reading. Motion is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I move that for urgency of this matter I move that the 2026 supplemental budget of Barangay Pulok be approved on second and final reading, waiving the internal laws.
Okay, due to its necessity, moved by Honorable Canlas for second and final reading. Is there any objection? There being none, motion is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Items number 2 and number 3, or the C of item number 7, are both applications for special use permit. As follows: the application of Ms. Angeline Jan Lirasan, owner of Blackview, located at Purok 3, Barangay Malaubang, San City, as well as the application of Ronald Ehil Bulingo, owner of Ranger Store and Karaoke Bar, located at Rizal Avenue, corner Rito Street, 50th District, San City, with the kind indulgence of the chairman of the Committee on Zoning and Planning, who is still indisposed. Honorable Chair, may I just recommend the approval of these two applications for special use permit for approval in the first reading and be referred to the appropriate committees. Honorable Chair.
Okay, moved by Honorable Mars Tapayan for first reading and refer to its appropriate committee. Motion is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. In this connection, I would like to recommend that we will have a public hearing on these two applications together with the other one which was approved proceeding last week. Honorable Chair, the three applications will be heard, I recommend, on August 5, 2026. That's Wednesday at 1 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Honorable Chair, because the following day there will be a meeting of the Justice Council on August 6. So August 5, we are free, Honorable Chair. So the appropriate committees will have a public hearing on this on August 5, 26 at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I ask the Secretary to send the notices to all stakeholders, the applicants, as well as all committees, as well as the department heads, as usual, whom we always invite during that kind of public hearing, Honorable Chair.
Duly noted, Your Honor.
Okay, manifestation made by Honorable Mars Tapayan, majority of leaders, so motion is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Number 4, later dated July 20, 26, from the Office of City Administrator, introducing the request of Mr. Derek M. Secretary Jr., representative heirs of farm owners for lot numbers 1548, 5218 for a resolution declaring and establishing a new and short segment of Farm to Market Road, traversing from Purok 1, Embargo, Samin City, to new road leading to Kinangay Sur, Clarin, Bisal Hospital, copy available at the Office of Secretary. Honorable Chair, I can see that in this agenda, all the business, the copies were not attached to the order of business for the members always by to intelligently consider and deliberate and to consider this request, Honorable Chair. In fact, there's only a letter in our agenda being signed by Federico M. Secretario Jr. and Junisa Behilio Valencida and Ania Maligao Flores, the concerned parties requesting for this road, Farm to Market Road. However, per communication of the city admin, Mamurtisa Wano, there is another palap letter dated June 9, 26. There is also comment from Barangay Embargo dated June 24, 26. And joint inspection report from City Planning and the Road Office, City Assistant Office and City Engineer's Office, of which were not attached to the agenda. And I guess my colleagues were not able to peruse and examine the petition of for them to be able to intelligently discuss and deliberate this item, Honorable Chair. So, I guess the Secretary has a record of this, and I asked the Secretary to furnish copies to all members of the body for them to discern and peruse, examine for our deliberation next regular session, Sir. In the meantime, I recommend that we deeper discussion on this until we'll be furnished with all copies for our intelligent discussion. In fact, there was a recommendation to ask our city legal officers for their recommendation, and there is still none because this involves legal implications, officer, and I can see in the meantime that there is one owner who has not yet given his consent to the proposed project of the Farm to Market Road. That is a T family, and this request was in order to address this refusal by the T family, and we need the legal opinion of the legal officers of this LGO, as well as the comment of the embargo, and all other stakeholders to be able for this August body to intelligently deliberate and decide on this particular matter. In the meantime, I again recommend to defer this until the regular session on August 3, Monday, first Monday of the month. Sir.
Okay, ma'am. Manifestation made by majority floor leader is duly noted.
Thank you, Honorable Sir. We now proceed to letter D. Messages and Communications. Number 1, the LG Region 10 Memorandum dated July 8, 2026 with subject preparatory measures relative to the Pag-asa climate outlook for July to December. This memorandum only emphasized that LGUs should conduct the necessary preparedness and mitigating measures considering the coming climate from July to December 2026, Sir. So, in the meantime, I recommend that this memorandum be duly noted in the City Council, Sir.
Okay, duly noted.
Number 2, the LG Region 10 Memorandum dated July 9, 2026 with subject facilitation of request for technical assistance on the quasi-judicial function of Sanggunians. This memorandum delineates that the LG is now willing to accommodate requests from LGOs for assistance in the realm of conducting quasi-judicial in conducting the quasi-judicial function of Sanggunian, Sir. So, it's recommended that it will be clustered training sessions, 3 local LGOs per cluster. And this request will be coordinated with the concerned provincial, city, and municipal LGO office o sa facility scheduling and consideration of the request. In the meantime, we'll refer to our Honorable Vice Mayor if we will make a request. But with humility, this invitation is of the opinion that at the moment we are not we should not be bound to make a request because we have been experiencing this kind of function for 8 years already, and we have decided about 18 cases against barangay captains and barangay officials, Honorable Sir. So we might give priorities to other municipalities to start training if they will make a request for us. Follow lang ta. Okay, we have ample experience on this, Honorable Chair. And our decisions were not reversed by the Sanberligan or any other court justice na yung mga gi-appeal sa court pero wala na-dismiss kapon because our decisions are all in order. So with humility we thank God for that, Honorable Chair. So in the meantime, I recommend that this memorandum be duly recalled City Council, Honorable Chair.
Okay, noted.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Number 3, DIG Unity Memorandum dated July 14, 26 with subject call for application for the Angat by Women Local Humanitarian Leadership. Visas Mindanao. Also, this memorandum refers to the Angat by Women Local Humanitarian Leadership. However, this encourages qualified women leaders to submit the application on before July 15, 26 at 11:59 p.m. And this has become hot academic because we are now July 27. The deadline was on or before July 15, Honorable Chair. So in the meantime, I recommend that this will also be duly noted and record City Council, Honorable Chair.
Okay, duly noted.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Number 4, letter dated July 20, 26 from the Office City Administrator, endorsing Bagay din Kasulo, issue number 208, series of 26, a resolution informing the Honorable City Mayor Sam Norman Gopintes of the approval of the request of the 621st Naval Squadron Reserve and 92nd Marine Company Reserve for the allocation of a portion of barangay land consisting of 500 square meters located at Prox 6, Barangay Dinakasulo, to be used as the headquarters of the Naval Reserve Administrative Center, Western Mindanao, Misamis Occidental. Honorable Chair, this is an information coming from the barangay, whereby the barangay allocated 500 square meters of their property for use of the 621st Naval Squadron Reserve and 92nd Marine Company Reserve. Honorable Sir, and we respect the said action of barangay in accordance with our local government code, wherein it provides that barangays will have autonomy to decide on their activities of the local government unit of the respective barangays, but they inform the city mayor because of the provision of Section 391 of the local government code, which says sa mga barangay, as the city body of the barangay sa summit o the Sungang Benusod o sa ng bayan, such suggestions and recommendations as it may see fit for the improvements of barangay or for the inhabitants. With the kind indulgence of this Osbali, as a lawyer and was trained also in statutory interpretation and construction, this provision refers to suggestions or recommendations from the barangay for the improvement. However, this communication refers to the decision already of the barangay. It decides to allocate 600 square meters. It's not a suggestion or recommendation from the barangay. And we recognize the autonomy of the barangay, Honorable Sir. I yield to my colleagues for any other observations. That's my observation that this commission is not a recommendation or suggestion because this is a decision already by the barangay to allocate the property of 600 square meters to the reserve command. And we are not encouraged to interfere with the barangay affairs regarding their property because the autonomy provision of the local government code, Mr. So I yield to my colleagues for the other observations, Mr.
Okay, what is the pleasure of the body? But before we proceed, let us acknowledge the arrival of Honorable Dinky. Okay, what is the pleasure of the body? Okay, Honorable Dinky, you are recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Regarding this resolution of the barangay, this is something to do with the appropriation, like we, the local government unit owns the particular property, and then the Marine Company Reserve wanted to have a portion of such property from the LGU. So I think, Mr. Chair, with their respect of asking for that property for them to be granted, I think it is with the executive bounds, the limits of the executive power to do so, and the negotiation or the agreement should be within, I think the Marine is a national agency to a local agency or to local government unit, and pertaining to the allocation of proportion, probably we could do the appropriation with the endorsement of the mayor if we were going to give or grant the said property to the Marine Reserve. I think that would be the case here, Mr. Chair.
Okay, yes, Honorable Marsapayan.
Yes, Honorable Chair. In the meantime, there is no required action from the City Council on this. We are not required to make any action because there is no need. We action this for only an information from the barangay to the city mayor, involving the mayor that they have allocated a portion of the property to this reserve command marine company and this coordinatorship. So, in the meantime, I just recommend that this information be donated to Rigor City Council with any action to be executed by the office of city mayor, city department, Honorable Chair.
Okay, any reaction? Manifestation made by Honorable Majority Floor Leader. Yes, Honorable Dinky, you are recognized.
With the manifestation of the majority floor leader, I think we need to wait for the request of the mayor for him to enter into a contract or memorandum of understanding with the Marine Reserve so that at least we could act on it. As of now, I think it's a prerogative of the executive department on what would be the reply of the said request of the LG, Barangay LG as well as the Marine, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, any reaction made by manifestation made by Honorable Dinky?
There's already a recommendation, Honorable Chair,
Yes.
to defer this because there's no action being necessary for this August body to act. In the meantime, we'll await the action of the Executive Department on this matter, Honorable Chair.
Okay, so we defer this item and refer to its appropriate committee. So motion is approved. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. There are no committee reports submitted under item number 8. We now proceed to item number 9, letter B. Business for the day for the second reading. Resolution authorizing the local executive, Sam Norman Gupintes, to enter into and sign on behalf of the local government of Ozamiz City for the memorandum agreement with the Department of Agriculture, Regional Field Office, DARFO-10, for the implementation of the operation and maintenance of the Farm to Market Road projects under the General Appropriations Act, GAA, fiscal year 26. And I yield to the co-chairman for the Committee on Agriculture, Honorable John Sakin, to recommend action on this item, Honorable Chair.
Okay, Honorable John Sakin, take the floor.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I move to pass a resolution authorizing the local chief executive, Honorable Norman G. Fuentes, to enter into and sign on behalf of the local government unit of Ozamiz City the memorandum of agreement with the Department of Agriculture Regional Field Office 10 for the implementation, operation, and maintenance of the Farm to Market Road projects under the General Appropriations Act for the fiscal year 2026 for the second and final reading, Honorable Chair.
Okay, there is a motion from Honorable John Sakin for second and final reading, a resolution authorizing the local chief executive, Honorable Sam Norman G. Fuentes, to enter into and sign on behalf of the local government unit of Ozamiz City the Memorandum of Agreement with the Department of Agriculture Regional Field Office 10 for the implementation, operation, and maintenance of the Farm to Market Road projects under the General Appropriation Acts for fiscal year 2026. Is there any objection? There being none, so motion moved by Honorable Jun Sakin for second and final reading is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We proceed to letter C. Unassigned business whereby we have one appointment session, Honorable Chair, to our order business. The appointment session is an ordinance authorizing the temporary closure of various roads within the territorial jurisdiction of Ozamiz City for the opening parade of the first SKS Ozamiz Sports League 26 from 4 o'clock p.m. to 6 p.m. on August 1, 26. With the kind indulgence of the Chairman of the Committee on Traffic Management, Honorable Asik Ramiro, I yield to the Chairman of the Committee on Youth and Sports, Honorable John P. Lorenzo, to introduce the recommendation on this item, Honorable Chair.
Okay, Honorable John Phil, you may now take the floor.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader and Mr. Presiding Officer, Mr. Chair. I would like to pass an ordinance authorizing the temporary road closure of various roads within the territorial jurisdiction of Ozamiz City for the opening parade of the first SK Ascenso Ozamiz Sports League 2026 from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on August 1, 2026 for first reading with reservation, Mr. Chair.
Okay, motion for first reading is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Due to the urgency of the said ordinance, I'd like to pass for second and final reading on joint motion, waiving the on joint motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, moved by Honorable John Phil for second and final reading. Concerning the importance on this matter, is there any objection? There being none, motion is approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We now proceed to number 10. Business for third reading. Ordinance institutionalizing the Kabataan kontra Droga Terorismo Kiki di Iti in Ozamiz City, mandating all barangays in Ozamiz City to allocate 1% or 10% Sangguniang Kabataan Fund, therefore, and providing guidelines for its implementation. Honorable Chair, last regular session, we conducted the second reading of this ordinance, and the sponsor answered all interpellations from members of the House body for clarifications and other questions, Honorable Chair. And the sponsor was able to answer adequately the query and the interpellations from members of the House body, Honorable Chair. And this time we are now in the threshold that this will be acted for the third reading. So, without any further arguments, I yield to the sponsor, Honorable John P. Lorenzo, to recommend action on this item, Honorable Chair.
Okay, Honorable John Phil, you are recognized.
Thank you, Majority Floor Leader and Mr. Chair. I'd like to pass for the third reading an ordinance institutionalizing the Kabataan kontra Droga at Terorismo in Ozamiz City, mandating all barangays in Ozamiz City to allocate 1% of the 10% Sangguniang Kabataan SK Fund, therefore, and providing guidelines for its implementation for third reading on joint motion, Mr. Chair.
Okay, passing for third and final reading. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Motion is hereby approved.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. At this juncture, we have now the pleasure and privilege to hear on special matters from Honorable Catherine Lim, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Kat Lim, you are recognized.
None for now, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. We now have the pleasure and privilege to hear on scheme matters from Honorable John P. Lorenzo, Honorable Chair.
Yes, Honorable John Phil.
For SK matters, none at this moment, Mr. Chair.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. May we have the pleasure also to hear on ABC matters from Honorable Gigi Canlas, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Canlas, you are recognized.
None at this moment, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Okay.
May we now have the pleasure and privilege to hear on matters concerning the indigenous people from Honorable Dinky, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Dinky, take the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, regarding for IP matters. This representation received a letter coming from the tribal leaders of the city of Ozamiz, namely Carlito Katulag of Labo, Myrna Martir of Gimad, Michael Makasandig, tribal leader of Katalman Manabay, Jimmy Haiknin, Gokom, as well as Memerly Castaños, tribal leader, receiving that informing this representation that the chieftain Relinda Bation conducted a meeting with our approval last July 22 on the regards of the conflicts, including the series of problems and crisis among the tribal chieftains of Ozamiz City, and they are informing us that they were not part of the said meeting, they were not invited, and in the interest of transparency, fairness, and inclusive representation, they are respectfully bringing this matter to our attention, because meeting involving all barangay tribal leaders should cause or should ensure that every tribal leader is properly notified and given an equal opportunity to participate discussions and decisions affecting the indigenous people and their respective communities. With this, Mr. Chair, they are requesting for our guidelines and appropriate action to help ensure that the future meetings are properly coordinated and that all concerned barangay tribal leaders receive official notice and invitation. With this manifestation, Mr. Chair, this Chairman Committee on Indigenous People is sending this letter also to the Mayor, informing him that few of the tribal leaders were not part of the General Consultative Assembly that was being conducted by the Chieftain Relinda Bation. And in fact, one of the reasons that we have approved during the said meeting that they need to coordinate with the Sangguniang Bayan representative of the indigenous people in this council, but as of now I haven't received any letter coming from the chieftain of the IP leaders that what would be the agenda of the said meeting. And still we are waiting for the report, because part of the approved resolution that we have granted is for them to submit a report after the conduct of the said activity or the meeting. So we're waiting for that, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Dinky, for a significant report. Mr. Secretary, please take note. Okay, thank you. Proceed, Majority Floor Leader.
Yes, Honorable Chair. Much as I wish not to delay further this session, because our colleagues will be traveling to Iloilo City this afternoon, but I yield to my colleagues for any other important announcement which we might miss, Honorable Chair, before I proceed to the final item. May we hear from Honorable Catherine Lim, Honorable Chair?
Yes, Honorable Lim, you are recognized.
Yes, for later, dili lang sa manguli, Mr. Chair, kay naipirmahan dito sa office ni Ma'am Cecil, especially sa katong wala ugma og karon. Thank you.
Yes, good news.
Okay.
Yes, any other concern?
May we hear from Honorable Ko, Honorable Chair?
Yes, Honorable Ko, you are recognized.
Thank you. Kindly, everyone, kindly please check your messenger for at this
time at this moment. Thank you.
Okay, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I guess there is no more other items. With my colleagues, may wish everybody, and no more to adjourn the negotiation, Honorable Chair.
Okay, having no matter to discuss, regular session is adjourned. Have a nice day, everyone.